Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, Facebook, wherever you may be on this, what is glorious Friday for me. Obviously, hopefully, the weather is marvelous wherever you are watching this Facebook Live and subsequent video. And what I want to talk about in today's one is YOLO. And obviously, I want to give some context to that. And obviously, it means you only live once. And I now have most people's attention. This is something I would not agree with. And why do I say that? Is because I think it needs to be the reverse. It's, and I can't remember what the saying is. Obviously, you need to live every day as it comes, and you only live, and you, or should I say, you only die once. And I think if you had that perspective of mindset, I know people say, "Oh, you only live once, so you should live life to the fullest." But if you did it the other way around, and to a certain extent, not put perfectionism on your day-to-day living and trying to get everything 100% perfect. I was trying to get the right words to come out. Whereas if you did it on the latter form of looking at the living day in, day out from a perspective of obviously enjoying each day as it comes, and actually the actual gratitude of, well, I know it's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but obviously the fact that you've woken up the next day, and it's something my father has instilled with me probably in the last couple of months, in terms of looking at it from that basis of obviously you've got to a certain extent be happy, grateful that you wake up the next morning, as opposed to the worst case scenario. Okay, you could be in an accident, whatever. I know that's talking very negatively, but it looks to go against what is in fashion, what is to a certain extent in the here and now, to look at things as you only live once. And this is where probably you do things not necessarily for yourself. You're trying to probably to a certain extent conform and trying to have you could say a bucket list to a certain extent, and trying to tick things off before the inevitable happens. And obviously this is very okay, hard one to swallow for most people. Whereas I think if you look to be, and I'm going to come contrary to what I said yesterday, be the best that you can be day in, day out, and you live to be to the fullest of your ability, those four words are meaningless because you'll do it anyway. You will live life as opposed to you only live once. Everybody knows we're born, and obviously at the end of it, you die, and you don't know what period of time that's going to happen. So I think in terms of maximizing whatever your goal, your outlook on life is, be it whatever that may be, and I'm not going to focus specifically on fitness, nutrition, or specifically mindset. I think this is where I think somebody coming from maybe a disability perspective, not necessarily amputee now, who's had a traumatic experience, can to a certain extent be in a better position to be able to reflect on that outcome, because they've been put in what is a really adverse situation, and in most when it does go well, come out the other side and be in a better perspective in light, be it, and I give him a shout out, Clarence T. Wiggins is a massive proponent of obviously looking at that, and I'll look at some of the comments now, because there's been a few, and always, if you're watching live, don't forget to put hashtag live, and if subsequently watching in the replay, do put hashtag replay and give me your feedback, your comments, etc. And be it to a certain extent, if you think somebody would be in accordance or relate to this video, do put their name in the comment section so they don't miss out. So Jade Marie Jones, thanks again for jumping on the live. Tracy Haytree, thanks for jumping on your first one. Asim Hussein. I'm going to go with Loney Ray. Thanks for jumping on your first live. Andy Hollingdale, thanks again for jumping on. Tracy, good morning. Mark Paddington, Julie Mahood. It's great that you agree with what I said, Loney. 100%. I got that. Brilliant reversal. Hashtag truth. Saying it forward. Kim Hawks, thanks for jumping on your first live. Holly Elizabeth. Lone, still foggy and mirror man. I'm trying to read that. We all made it. That's enough. Joshua Smith has put, in my case, it's you obviously love Oreos, which is quite funny. Chris Lynette, thanks for jumping on. Rex Perez. Chris has put, hey James, that's what I've called my new coaching business. Such true words. Rex has put, yo, Mr. Hero, hashtag live. Sean Sewell, hope you're well. I haven't spoken to you in a very, very long time. Sean and I go back to the days of being in the national team in rowing. Tracy's put, life is for living, not for trying to see what you can do. Let me reword that. Life is for living, not trying to see what you can get in life. Okay. So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. And if anybody's jumping on, obviously now I'm gonna paraphrase what I've been saying over the last 7 minutes. It's looking at reversing this saying of YOLO, and it's a saying I have not heard for a very, very long time until I saw Chris's profile in terms of that becoming his business. And it's something I've discussed with Mario Tomic, who's a big YouTuber within fitness. And obviously, I would be contrary to it because I believe that the opposite is the truth in terms of you need to live life day in, day out. And obviously, you only die once as opposed to you only live once. So, obviously, that is my video for Friday. So, I hope you guys have a pleasant Friday evening, Friday afternoon, and obviously subsequent Friday morning, wherever that might be. And I will catch you very soon.